What's going on, guys? Anthony with Metal Miners here, back with another update. Man, I'd been trying to do this thing, and I got this new camera, and I was got the video done actually, and I was having trouble uploading, and it was taking like days. And Liam told me I needed to put a coat hanger on my head, and I got me one out, man. And I tried to put it on, and I couldn't get my wire to hook into the. Man, I'm just messing with y'all. That guy gives me a hard time all the time. Told me my new camera made my head look bald. My head don't look bald, it is bald. First off, I wanted to show y'all something that I'm very proud of. More proud than any of this music or anything else I've ever accomplished in my life. I finally got the pictures back. This boy of mine has graduated, and I know y'all tired of hearing it, but look at that. Look at that picture. Got several of them. Wanted to show y'all a couple. Look at there. Pay money to get a photo shot, and look what he does. Yeah, but a college graduate. I'm so proud. Thank y'all for all your support. In the background, we're listening to Haunted Cenotaph. Haunted Cenotaph. This is a 4-piece death metal band out of Poland. Great stuff if you haven't heard of them. This is their 2020 full length. We'll talk about this a little bit more on our next video, but it's on a Fallen Temple label. You get 7 tracks, a little over 41 minutes. And what's really good about it is on the back here where they're doing their thanks, it says, last but not least, absolutely no alternative. They wanted to thank Black Sabbath, weed, alcohol, and cigarettes. You can't beat that. Down there at the bottom. Gotta love that, huh? Black Sabbath, alcohol, weed, and cigarettes. Rock on, brother. First off, I got a couple CDs, and I got a handful of LPs I want to show you. First off, in the CDs, Astriferous, Raise High on the Scepter of Indulgence. Astriferous is a 4-piece band out of Costa Rica. This is their 2019 release, and it's a demo. This is a reissue on 2020 on Chaos Records. Like I say, they're from Costa Rica. They've been active since 2018. Let me show you the CD. This was their first release. 4-piece, 4 tracks, 18, almost 19 minutes of just quality death metal. On the back side of it, it says this demo is an offering placed upon the altar of the riff. Good stuff. If you haven't heard of Astriferous, give them a go. You'll enjoy it. I want to get their, they had a split this year, but they had a demo in 2020 and an EP. I want to get one of those, see how they're progressing. But Astriferous, great stuff. Check them out. The second one's needs no introduction. Baphomet. I'm taking these out of the jewel case where you can see them without the glare. Death in the Beginning. This was their 2012 full length, come out on Severed Records. The cover art here, there's the guys on the back. The cover art there was by John Zig. Death metal from Buffalo, New York. Of course, y'all know they were active since 1987. Doing the deal at the groundbreaking when everybody was starting in on the death metal stuff. 4-piece, 10 tracks. You get 2 live tracks. On the back, you get a live version of Boiled in Blood and a live version Infection of Death. If you're familiar with Baphomet at all, you know they took a 20-year break after their first 2 albums, from 93 to like 2012, something like that, and then they came back with this. In the meantime, they continued doing work under the name of Banish, but musically, man, it's Baphomet. It's great. It's heavy. It's It's hard, it's thick riffs, it's chuggy riffs. I actually prefer the first two albums better before the break, but this is good stuff too. If you haven't picked it up, check them out. Can't go wrong. Now let's get into the vinyl. The first one, Deconsecration and Reburied split. This is a 2021 release, came out on Chaos Records. The cover art is by Moses Pimentel. Of course, this is death metal. Look at that. Isn't that killer? On the Deconecration, both bands get one side. On the Deconsecration side, you get, of course, Deconsecration's from Seattle, Washington. There's their logo up there at the top right. On their side, they're a 5-piece. You get 4 tracks, just a little over 18 minutes of music. That's them there at the top. Musically, it's mid-paced, death metal done well. If you like the Pacific Northwest style death metal, like Cerebral Rot, Witch Vomit, somewhere in there you're going to be real close to what you're going to get on this. My suggestion on their part would be the track Priestess of the Void, the first track. Then you flip the album over. On the B side, you get Reburied. This is them there at the bottom. You can see there it's a 5-piece. You get 5 tracks, almost 14 minutes of music there. As far as their discography, they had a 2020 demo, and then this, as well as Deconsecration, the same deal. They had a 2020 demo, and then this. Musically, they're very similar, but not the same. Suggestions would be Sepulchral Stench. There, check that out and you'll get a pretty good thing. Similar sound, you know, think Cerebral Rot, Torture Rack, something like that, and you won't be gone far out of the realm of what it is. There's the vinyl, and that's the Rebirth side. Killer stuff. Give them a go if you hadn't heard of them. Next, of course, on my last video, you heard me talking about me and Cody had to go to Tallahassee, and he would let me be in charge of the musical duties, and we were going along there, you know, and I played some stuff that I knew he would like, and then I seen he was kind of getting into it, so I pushed the envelope a little bit, and I put this on. Mournful Congregation, the Book of Kings. I knew that it would push his buttons. If you're not familiar with Mournful Congregation, this is a 2011 issue on Weird Truth Productions. This is a 2018 reissue on Osmos. Mournful Congregation is a funeral doom band from Adelaide, South Australia. This cover art here, Pat DiPaolo, excuse me, and the inner sleeve is Sean Shock. They're a 4-piece on this particular release. This is a double LP. You get 4 tracks, actually a track on each side, about 1 hour and 16 minutes worth of just great music. To me, if you're into doom or funeral doom, this is a masterpiece. This is a must-have. It comes with this great booklet on the inside. It's on really hard stock, probably 10 pages long, all that good stuff. They do funeral doom, but it's not something that just lingers and gets old and stale. It moves along. It's masterfully done. It's just incredible. I mean, you know, give them a shot. Their discography, they've been active since '93. They're not new to the scene by any means. They have 5 full lengths, and their latest was in 2018 called The Incubus of Karma. You know, the tracks are long. One's a little over 19 minutes long. 2 of them are over 12 minutes long. And then the 33-minute track is just killer. It's actually split on two sides. But Mournful Congregation, before you write them off, if you're not a fan of Funeral Doom, give this a shot and let me know what you think. The vinyl, I'll show you one. It's just awesome. Like I say, it's a double LP, but they're both basically the same. The next band up needs no introduction. I've already showed a CD of theirs, but it would be in their discography probably my favorite, and that is Baphomet. The Dead Shall Inherit. This is the 1992 issue, came out on Peaceville. This is actually a reissue in 2017. The art's by Chris Impaler, they call him. It's death metal, Buffalo, New York. Their discography, like I said before, they were active since 1987. This was their second full length, just before they took the break and went and did the work as under the name of Banished. Musically, it's just killer. I mean, if you're a fan of old school death metal, it needs no invitation. No explanation rather. But they're just great. You see the lyrics on the back, and there's the guys. Notice those shirts they got on: Napalm Death, Paradise Lost, Morbid Angel, and Bolt Thrower. That tells it all, doesn't it? Great stuff. Comes on a really heavy vinyl. Look at that center ring. And the titles are on the other side. Great stuff, Baphomet. If you're into old school death metal, of course you know about Baphomet, but if not, that would be a good starting point. Just deep guttural vocals, catchy riffs, just driving. I mean, if your head's not bobbing, your neck's broke. I don't know what's wrong with you. The next one is a four-way split. I usually don't buy splits. I mean, in my dealings with splits, usually if it's a two-way split, there's one that I want and one's kind of so-so, and I just kind of wait till it shakes out. But lately there's been some splits coming out. These bands are getting together and doing these splits. These labels are getting together and working through this stuff, and it's just some great stuff. This is the four-way split with Spore. You see Coagulate, Soul Devourment, and Gutvoid come out on Rotted Life, and you see their Blood Harvest. And somebody else did the cassette version, and it slips my mind. I've seen some people showing this, and on their version it's got an inner sleeve with some great stuff on it, but mine doesn't have the inner sleeve. I picked it up at Rotted Life. Yeah, but it's great stuff. Let me tell you a little bit about what you get. This is a 2021 release. It's death metal. You get 4 tracks, just a little over 30 minutes long. The bands actually probably did the songs a little bit longer because they knew they were going to get one. It comes on a single LP. One band does one song. 2 bands per side is what I'm trying to say. Side A, you get Spore out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They're a 4-piece, and they do a track that's 9 minutes and 21 seconds long, and there's the name of it: Olfactory Cordyocipitatia Ingress. I don't know, man. Then after that track's over, Coagulate starts with their track. They're from Minneapolis, Minnesota, up from the Vats, and then you get that coalescing deal, that long stuff there. I don't know where those guys come up with it. 8.5 minutes long. They're a 4-piece, like I say, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Then you flip it over and you get Soul Devourment, Los Angeles, California, Veneration of the Ascended. This is the shortest track on the album. It's 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes long. They're a 4-piece as well. Veneration of the Ascended is the name of theirs. Gutvoid winds it up. There were Murmurations from the Twilight Bodies. They're from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. 7 minutes, 39 seconds. They're a 4-piece as well. call it a sampler if you want to, or just call it a good listen by 4 different bands, but there's not a bad band on there. There's not a bad tune on here. It's well worth your money. Like I say, go to Rotted Life and pick you one up. Mine didn't come with the inner sleeve, like I said, as some other people's did, but I don't know. Maybe they just figured I didn't need it. But there's the vinyl. Always turn it just the opposite way. Great stuff, man. I mean, it's enjoyable. I really like it. Next, talking about pioneers of the U.S. death metal scene, Broken Hope, Repulsive Conceptions. This is a 1995 release come out on Metal Blade Records. Mine's a 2020 reissue on Floga. The story behind this, I'd actually got me a copy from $20 Spin, and it came in, and when I went to play it, it had a bump on one side, almost like something had got in the press when they pressed that copy. Of course, I got a hold of $20 Spin, and they made it good, but in the meantime, they had sold out, so Brian Arkham told me they had some more at Hell's Headbangers, and I went over and got me one. The art there on the cover is by Wes Benscoter. I didn't tell you about the art on the cover of the four-way split because they didn't mention it, but Wes Benscoter did this. Of course, they're a 5-piece from Chicago, Illinois. On this particular release, you get 15 tracks, a little over 46 minutes. They were active since '88. This was their 3rd full length. You know, like I said, they were pioneers of the Midwest death metal scene. They have 7 full lengths now. Their latest was in 2017, so they're long overdue. They're still shown as active on Metal Archive, so maybe something else will come out soon, I hope. It comes with a inner sleeve with the lyrics, pictures of the band on the back there. It's great stuff. Comes on a real heavy vinyl as well. It feels like 180 grain. You see the Floga logo. Floga does some great stuff, you know. Shipping's just a little bit high for me to order from them direct, but they do a lot of great reissues, do a good job. If you see the Floga label, don't be scared, it's good stuff. Last but not least, one that everybody's been showing, this is just tremendous. This is Rotted Pestilent Tomb. This is a full length, the 2018 release. Just soak that art in there. That art's by Jessica Barron. This is a 2019 reissue on Nuclear Abominations. This is death metal from Illinois. It's a one-man project. Mr. Dylan Jones. You get 10 tracks, just a little over 45 minutes long. I mean, this is just absolutely tremendous. His discography, he had a demo in 2017. He put this out in 2018. That's him there on the thing. 2019 demo, and then he had a split with Fetid Zombie and Unnatural last year. Musically, it's mid-paced, it's chuggy. He's a terrific artist. I mean, just a musician extraordinaire. And as an added bonus, the backing vocals on here is done by no less than Ken Escobedo, better known as Uncle Ken from Ken's Death Metal Crypt. Comes on black vinyl. It looks Nuclear Abominations label. 10 tracks, like I said, 45 minutes long. Just great stuff. Illinois Midwest death metal. It's just he's so talented. It's amazing how talented these guys are. That's it for this update. I'm going to come back maybe midweek and do just a cassette update. I've got a pile of cassettes I want to show you. I've been into cassettes lately, and I'll tell you why. The cassettes are just, for one reason, it's nostalgic to me. I've been trying just to buy demos and EPs, and these guys over here in the States are putting them out, and you can catch them on sale. I mean, Eric at at Life After Death put a 50% off sale the other day, and you get $50 worth, you get free shipping. So, I mean, you just can't beat it. Some of these guys, their only way to get a release is on cassette. Some of them are just getting started out. There's guys from all over the world. I've been trying to pick up from different parts of the world and just check out the scene. It's an inexpensive way to do it. You know, like I say, some of them are only available on cassette, maybe CD, and then as they grow and they get more progressing as a band and a firm footing on things, usually they put out a vinyl, and then I'll try to get it. I want to give a couple shout outs, some guys I've been watching. The first one is Steve over at S&T Young. Great guy, great channel. Our taste is so close to being the same that it's scary. He just got his Instagram page back up and running. A terrific bassist, Steve, S&T Young. The other guy, he's just getting started, Patrick at Heavy Therapy. He's been buying some stuff, showing unboxing stuff. He's got great taste, a little bit progressive stuff, but great taste, great guy. Needs a little love. Both of them could use some subs. Steve, S&T Young, and Patrick at Heavy Therapy. I appreciate you guys watching, and only the good stuff here, baby. I'm trying to get Cody to do a video. He's been back into moving, trying to get settled in North Carolina. We was actually in Tallahassee this weekend. He's back down at his mama's house. Man, he puts in more miles than an airline pilot, but keep him in your thoughts. He needs some videos to get put out pretty quick. We're pushing on the 200 mark, and we're trying to push over the hump, but we appreciate all you do. We appreciate every subscriber we got, and thanks for watching.